what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today in our antique talk, we're going to discuss selling on eBay through your smartphone. This is going to be the fastest, easiest way for you to take your treasures and turn them into cash. Now, I've been on eBay for about 15 years. Started off as a buyer, and then one day we were out garage sailing. I found a sterling silver Harley Davidson bracelet. Bought it for $2, got it home, did some research on it, found out they were worth well over $100. So we listed it on eBay, and we sold it for $120, made huge profits off of it, and it really got us into the buy to resell game. It really got us interested in it. And actually, eBay pretty much was the jump off for us starting our own business. So I always have a soft spot for eBay and you know where we started at in life. So hopefully my 15 years of knowledge, I can pass some tips and secrets that I use along that helps me sell stuff and give them to you guys, and hopefully you can use them and they're beneficial to you as well. So today we're going to split it into three categories. The first category is pre-listing. Now you're going to want to do this before you even try listing your item. Obviously, you're going to want to start an eBay account. Once that's done, it's on to the fun stuff. You're going to want to look up your item. I usually use Google. So I'll go on Google, type in the item, and try to find, even if it's on Wikipedia or whatever, try to find as much information as possible about my item. The maker, the details, when it was made, everything. Anything that's going to be beneficial to a buyer is going to be beneficial for you. So once that's done and you got some information off of Google, I usually hop on the eBay app actually, and I search my item. And after I do that, I want to look up sold listings. So how to do that? First off, you're going to want to hit the filter button on the top right corner of the screen. And once you do that, it's going to pop up some options. You're going to scroll down until it says show more, and then you're going to click on sold listings. And once you do that, it's going to turn all the listings green. All the numbers are going to be green. That's going to show you exactly what items are selling for. And it shows you when they sold for, and you want to make sure you find your exact item. Now, when I do that, I actually hop on and I actually click on the item, and I actually look at their descriptions and their titles to see what they use, because their item's sold. So right off the bat, that helped, whatever buyer bought it, it helped them buy that item. So it's like, if you could take something from their description, their title, or anything that you could use on your own, absolutely do it. So I always do that. And then it's also going to give you a good price point, starting point as well. So if you have 5 items on there, and you can take the average of all those that have sold, and that's kind of a good starting point to start your item at. So that is going to kind of take care of your pre-listing. You're going to get your description down and actually the price point down as well. So once that's done, you're going to get into listing your item and doing the descriptions, which is going to be category number 2. So category number 2, you're going to start off by hitting that list an item button. So once you hit that list an item button, you're going to want to put your title. So that is going to be something that you want to make sure you do accurate information. If it's not vintage, don't put vintage. If it's not one of a kind, don't put one of a kind. Be as honest as you can with your buyer, because at the end of the day, if they're not satisfied with your purchase, you're going to get bad feedback, and it's going to ruin your whole eBay experience. So that first title, you want something eye-catching that's going to give as much information as possible. Then after that's done, you're going to hit the next button and you're going to go to pictures. Now, back when I started eBay, I found out real fast, I think they tell you to take as many pictures as possible. So I always take 12 pictures. That's as much as you can take. I don't care what the item is. If it's small as can be, I still take 12 pictures. They say it actually reaches more people. I don't know if that's true, but it's always worked for me. So I always take 12 pictures, as detailed as possible. If there's any imperfections in the item or anything, I always make sure I highlight them. Because again, it's always about being straightforward with your buyer. If you end up trying to sneak something in, it's just going to hurt you in the end. So make sure those pictures are high quality, good pictures, which today with smartphones is not that hard. After your pictures are done and you uploaded your pictures up there, the next thing that's going to pop up is going to be the item specifics. Now this is also very important. You're going to want to hit the button that's going to help you edit all that information. And like with your title and like with anything, you want to be as accurate and as honest as possible. So when you're putting that stuff in, if you don't know the answer to something, because each category or each item you put up is going to give you different questions in the item specific. So if you don't know something, leave it blank. But try to fill out as much as you can, because that's going to actually expand the audience that's going to be able to see your item. So the more you have filled out and the more information you have, it's actually going to reach more people. So try to fill out as much of that as possible. After that is done, you go on to your category. And category is just as important. You want to make sure you're as specific as possible. If you have a Star Wars collectible, make sure it's all the way under collectibles, toys, all the way to Star Wars. Because people look for that stuff all the time. So they actually are going to search for it, and it's going to go right to your item. So make sure it's under the correct category. Take some time and make sure it is as specific in the category as possible. Then once you got your category down, you're going to go to your description. So when you're describing your item, we've already did this in the pre-listing. We've already got all of our information. So that's already done. So we can insert that in. And you want to make sure you put on there, if you have any questions, ask. There's been items up, I've spent time, about 30 questions I've had to ask or answer. And once I've done that, it's like, yeah, it's a little annoying, but hey, guess what? If you want to sell an item, sometimes you got to answer all 30 questions. I mean, it's just the way it is. So you're going to want to make sure you put as much information on there as possible that's going to be beneficial to your buyer. Make them feel safe buying that item from you. If there's a story to your item, your mom's had it for 50 years and she passed it on to you, and it's always been taken care of, displayed, cleaned, let them know that. Let them know that, hey, you're buying an item from a reputable buyer that's going to make sure that you're completely satisfied with the purchase you're making. So always give detailed descriptions. Now, once your description is done, you're going to go on to pricing. And like we did in the pre-listing, we already got a good starting point for our price. So you can start it wherever you want to. If you want to start at 99 cents and see what happens, that's a risk, and you can do that. That's just something I don't usually do. I try to make sure I at least double my money. So I try to start at a point, depending if I spent $20 on something, I want to at least try to start it at 40. So I mean, that way I know at the end of the day, I'm at least trying to double my money. Now, when you're putting your price up, you've already gone all the research, like we said. So it's onto that, you're going to be able to actually click and do your price, and then you're going to want to see, I think on there, you're going to be able to do how long you want it listed for. You can have 3, 5, or 7 days. I always do 7 days. Gives everybody a week to see my item. You know, it takes time, but you know, the more time you give people to see it, the better. You're also going to have the option to do a reserve price, which I don't usually do because it sends people away. I don't know what it is. Actually, I know what it is. People don't like knowing that if I bid something, I might not get it. So I never use reserve prices. So, I mean, you can if you want to, just something I never do. I always make sure I start the item at a price I feel comfortable with. There's also a buy it now option. So if you want to put it up for $30, but you can also put $70 buy it now. So somebody can just hop right on there and buy your item for $70. And that's convenient too. I use that a lot just to help me. So sometimes I don't have to wait 7 days to sell something. And so that's going to give you another option to maybe sell it a lot faster than you think. But it also, if you're not sure about an item, I don't like using that because you might actually give it away for less than what you could actually get for it. So give it a shot, try it out. Hopefully it works out for you. And then once your pricing's done, you guys are pretty much done with all the easy stuff. Now it gets to the hard part, and step number 3. I say hard part, and it was just hard for me. It won't be hard for you if you guys just follow a little better rules than I did. Number 3 is going to be shipping. Now, when I started shipping, I just put numbers down, and I just shipped it off, and my wife hated me because she'd go to the post office and be like, you have to actually go $10 on this. It's like, well, no. We actually, it never worked. So here's a tip for me. Take your item, whatever it is, and actually get it, after your pictures are done with it, get it packaged like you're going to ship it, take it to your local post office, and they will give you a quote for your item. And I always quoted my items, and this is another thing, I always quoted it for as far away as possible for me. So I'm in Michigan. Shipping was always way more expensive when I shipped to California. So I always shipped it to 90210, baby. Beverly Hills was farthest away from me, so I shipped it out to 90210. They always gave me the highest shipping quote if it was $10, $15, $20. And that way I always knew right off the bat, okay, cool. I can put it up for $20 and it's going to cover my shipping. Even if it goes to Illinois, the $20 is still going to cover my shipping. So when I did that, that kind of gave me the comfort of knowing that I wasn't going to be losing out on money anymore. My wife was happy, I was happy. And then actually here is my biggest tip I can give you guys on how I use eBay. Now, when I find out how much something's going to cost me to ship it, and I have my starting price, I always include the starting price and the shipping together. So if the price I want is $20 and I know it's going to cost me $10 to ship it, I will not put $20 or $10 shipping. I always put $30 free shipping. It's something psychological. People enjoy the word free shipping. They think they're saving money. Most of the time, they're not. It's just, I just include my shipping right into it. So it's been a really great seller for us. I don't know, I only base it off of my experience. It's helped us out a lot. So I never usually put a shipping cost on mine. Mine's always usually the price with the shipping included, and I put free shipping on there. It's great for customers. It's great for me because it helps me sell. So that's my biggest tip I could give you guys, at least in the shipping category and how I ship my items. So once that's done, guys, you guys are set to go. Your shipping's in, your price is in, your description's in, your title's in. It is now time to list that item. And when you list the item, that gets to be the fun part. You get to watch it and see if you get watchers, bids. It's actually a fun process. Auctions are great because you really never know at the end of the day what it's going to sell for. If you get a couple people bidding against each other, it could go really high. I've had items that actually were listed for, I thought they would sell for around 100, 200 bucks. They ended up selling for 300, 400 bucks because you had two people that really wanted the item and they were bidding against each other. So it's a very fun experience that I hope you guys have fun with as well. All right, so guys, I have to take a quick second to thank you guys all so much for watching these videos. We've been getting so many subscribers and views and likes and everything on our videos and comments. It's been awesome. It's humbling. I love it. Thank you guys so much. I try to make sure I get on there and I comment on everybody's thing for thanking them or answering questions. I'm always here for you guys. So again, let's keep it going. If you guys could give me a thumbs up on this video, that would be great. Let me know you're here, you know. And then if you guys want to comment below, if you guys have any questions about what I talked about today, throw it in the comment section. I'm always there to answer. As you guys can see, I try to answer just about every question. So any questions about what I talked about today, or if I missed something, let me know. I can always answer questions and make it a little more clearer for you guys. And of course, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I think we're just over 12,000 subscribers, which is, it's unreal. Like I said, we are so humbled by this, guys. We love that you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying the videos. We've got so many more coming up. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys get some time, stop out and get your antique fix on M66. See you guys later.